My name is Charlene Rivera,
My name is Remington Leffler.
and we have decided to title our Teachers in Action project Bales Community Therapy Garden. UCP stands for United Cerebral Palsy. UCP of Central Florida was started by a group of parents who were wanting to create a program that provided early intervention in classrooms and therapy services. Today, the mission of UCP is to empower children with and without disabilities to achieve their potential by providing individualized support, education, and therapy services in an inclusive environment. When Remy and I spoke with administration at UCP Bales, they communicated that they were interested in creating a community garden where students can implement what they are learning in the classroom and taking it outside to an environment where they can work together inclusively with their peers. We had the opportunity of working with their summer camp students ranging from grades K through 5 and ages 5 through 11. They were of diverse backgrounds and of diverse abilities and needs. Some students had special needs including Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, and autism.
Once we found a location for the garden, the students and I and Charlene began to work. First, we cleared out the entire area of any pollution. We wanted to stress the importance of recycling. The kids and Charlene and I all got to clear out the entire area. Once we cleared out the area, we went to a local Home Depot for supplies. We were able to get soil and lots of other gardening tools. After that, we went over the safety precautions while using tools. Once we went over how to properly use the tools, we began to actually work in the garden. So students loved watering and planting. One of the favorite things the students really enjoyed was actually removing the weeds. They loved getting their hands dirty and being outside. The great thing about this garden project was it went hands in hands with our green lesson we were teaching in camp, all about recycling and also about how plants work and how they absorb sunlight and water, and that's how they grow. Charlene and I have had the distinct pleasure of working for UCP for several years. Over the several years that we've worked here, we've come across a variety of different students. The great thing about working at UCP, it's a fully inclusive school where the students and staff work together for a common goal.
Something awesome it is to see is when the students work together without noticing each other's differences. They don't look at one another and see what they can't do, but realize that they can do all things together and in the same ways.
The great thing about this gardening project was it was able to tie in all the lessons that we learned about inclusion, adaptations, and social experiences. A local Boy Scout organization created the specified bench where students in wheelchairs could actually help participate in growing and planting seeds. The way the bench works, there's a specific area, as shown in this picture, where students in wheelchairs could wheel in. And the whole great thing about this was the social experiences that students with disabilities and non-disabilities got to do. They both got to work together for a common goal in creating this garden. And to me, this is a perfect definition of inclusion. One of my favorite things about this project as a whole was the civic engagement that students got to do. This was a great example of how important it is to not only take care of your environment, but that you can actually make a difference. The students really enjoyed going out and picking up the trash and making their area clean. And what I really loved seeing was how all the students wanted to include all their friends. This was a great definition of how civic engagement can be done, even at such an early age as elementary school.
My final thoughts and reflections on the Teachers in Actions project is that it's a wonderful opportunity to watch students of all abilities work together in an inclusive setting, implying and implementing the things that they are learning in their classroom.
What I really enjoyed about this project was it allowed us the opportunity to go outside and get our hands dirty. I think the biggest takeaway from this project that the students realized was that no matter their size, they can make a difference within their community.